please welcome Bani Dugal, Principal Representative of the Baha'i International Community.
Good evening. I'll make some comments about the challenges being faced by Baha'is in Iran, Qatar, and Yemen. In Iran, since the 1979 revolution, hundreds of Baha'is have been killed, most by execution by the government. The community is barred from government employment, as well as employment in 25 occupations and professions. Baha'i youth are barred from higher education as part of an officially declared policy to block progress and development of the community. The number of Baha'is being targeted in the criminal justice system has more than doubled to 1,000. We have received reports of an uptick in the arrests and imprisonments. In the last 2 weeks alone, there have been more than 40 arrests. Since November 2019, there has been a resurgence of judicially approved confiscations of property owned by Baha'is across Iran. In 2021, Articles 499 and 500 bis were added to the Iranian Penal Code to facilitate the prosecution of any activity by or in support of any unrecognized religious minority, targeting Baha'is, Gonabadi Sufis, and Christian converts. Finally, anti-Baha'i hate propaganda in state-sponsored media has surged, with the average number of anti-Baha'i postings and broadcasts growing from 22 per month across Iran in 2010 to over 950 per month in 2021. Even I have not been spared. In Qatar, the Baha'i community has been facing increasing difficulties in recent years. There has emerged a pattern of denials of the renewal of residency permits and blacklisting of Baha'is. Many of those denied permits were born and raised in Qatar, and some are spouses of Baha'i Qatari citizens. If the current pattern continues, this small community will almost cease to exist in a few years. On May 30th, 2022, Mr. Rimi Rouhani, the chairperson of the Governing Council of the Baha'is of Qatar, was charged by the Qatari Supreme Court for receiving contributions to the National Baha'i Fund. The Qatari government has been well aware of this for decades. However, it has chosen to retroactively apply a statute in bad faith since it was enacted after the fact for other reasons, but used to prosecute Rimi. So not only was this not in compliance with the rule of law, it is also in violation of Qatar's obligations to the UN's ICCPR. Qatar often sponsors interfaith events while discriminating against its own Baha'i community and excludes their participation in those events. Recent Yusuf and IRFBA statements have documented discrimination against Baha'is in Qatar. In Yemen, where Iranian influence has been long-standing and overt, the Houthi authorities have indicted 24 Baha'is, many of whom have had to flee the country to avoid the Houthis' arbitrary and discriminatory judicial system. It's noteworthy that other countries in the region stand out as positive models in their treatment of the Baha'i community by providing forms of legal or other recognition. Bahrain is a good example of this. I thank the organizers of this summit, as despite the dire trends in so many places in the world, we should remain optimistic and recognize the common foundation to all our faiths that ultimately assures that justice will prevail as long as we work together to realize it. In recognition of our common humanity, we must work to build unity and guard against the othering of people or claims of primacy of one religion or community. We are, after all, the children of the same God. Thank you.